Yo, what's going on everyone? Mega Man here, and in this video we're going to be talking about some of the new stuff that was mentioned for Final Fantasy XVI during the PlayStation State of Play. First up, they talk about Clive Rossfield. They said his journey takes place in the realm of Valisthea. It will unfold across the three distinct periods of his life, his teens, 20s, and 30s. The story begins with Clive in his 20s. A fully playable flashback will allow the player to experience the pivotal events that shaped his past and present. Moving along to the navigation. In the game, the navigation is driven via a world map with locations being added and updated as players progress through the main narrative. The world map can be opened at any time, allowing players to access some of the locations across Valisthea. Players can meet new friends, encounter foes, and mysteries. For the combat, they just mentioned that all the battles in the game take place in real time and are not turn-based. As Clive progresses through the story, he will learn different abilities of icons that he encounters. I don't mind that at all because depending on the game, I don't mind turn-based, but when it comes to stuff like this, I kind of like running around and fighting and not being able to have to do a turn-based type style. Moving along, the abilities that Clive gets will have unique characteristics depending on the icon they derive from. Players can use ability points collected by defeating enemies to unlock more abilities or upgrade existing ones. When it comes to the abilities being unlocked and upgraded, they said if you can choose, you have the option to let the game choose for you. And also, they want players to try out different accessories until they find the one that matches their playstyle. If you do struggle with action gameplay, they recommend a Ring of Timely Focus and a Ring of Timely Strikes. The combination lets players unleash a wide array of different techniques just by pressing a single attack button, and shifting it to a window of slow motion when Clive is about to get hit by an attack, giving them a little extra time to press R1 and evade. That's nice that they have some accessories that help you get used to the action gameplay, and then over time you'll find accessories that go with your playstyle. Players who just want to focus on the story, they'll be able to choose story focus mode before starting a new game. In the mode, timely accessories are automatically equipped from the start, which will allow players to immerse themselves in a narrative experience without having to worry too much about the action. As you play through the game, Clive will meet many characters as he travels who will join him as friends and allies. Characters like Sadolphus, I apologize if I pronounced that name wrong, who becomes a mentor to Clive, and Jill, a friend from Clive's youth. The encounters and reunions will set Clive on a path of great personal growth. I always like to see the characters grow instead of just being the same or bland. Some of the companions will accompany Clive on his adventures, fighting alongside him and finding lots to talk about along the way. Players only need to focus on playing as Clive, and the party members are AI. They provide support for the hero and constantly adapting and responding to his actions. Hopefully the AIs do a good job in the fighting or healing. We all know what it's like when you have AI party members. Some of them don't even be putting in any work. I kinda don't mind the party system being that way. The combat already looks fun, but it would have been nice to play as a few of the other characters, but it doesn't take away from picking up the game. This seems like a good addition. There's Torgal, who is a smart, strong, and loyal hound who is always by Clive's side and willing to stand by him in the face of whatever cruel fate may befall them. Torgal will act his own accord, but players can also give him direct commands. Just don't forget to feed him treats. See, simple stuff like that is fun to see, having an animal companion that helps you out with the fights. Going through the game, Clive will get access to Cid's hideaway. While there, he will find a shop to purchase new weapons, armor, and consumables like potions. Blackthorn is a skilled blacksmith. You can bring in materials to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. After all of that, there's this stone place that you can access where you enter a virtual training area outside the bounds of time and space where you can refine and practice combos. Then they have an arcade mode where you can see how your score stacks up against players from around the world. The hideaway has other features as well. Players can discover a variety of side quests, but they can also view information on quests offered all around Valisthea. There's a hunting board where you can gain information on elite marks and fearsome foes lurking about the realm, and the Moogle will be your guide. The other set of characters players will meet is Lordsmen, who will unlock Valisthea's secrets as Clive recounts tales of his adventures. I like how they made this 8-bit style to give it that retro feel. Vivian Ninetails is a scholar and strategist who explains the current state of the realm and provide information on key players. They said there are all kind of interactions and features in the hideaway to help players get even more enjoyment of their time in Final Fantasy XVI. They showed off some different enemies, and when they talked about the icon battles, they said it can differ depending on the icon encounter, and every showdown is unique right down to the gameplay. Like, players could experience everything from a 3D scrolling shooter to a heavyweight wrestling match with devastating attacks. It was mentioned that there'll be more stuff about the game in the coming weeks. Overall, the game looks incredible. The different areas you'll visit, the combat, the abilities, the people that you'll meet. Overall, the game just looks fun so far. But y'all let me know in the comment section down below, what are you most excited about when it comes to Final Fantasy XVI? Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.